Hey guys, it's your boy, Ballface8020, back again with another great commentary. Um, I know I haven't done a video in a while, and it's not for lack of motivation, it's just I've had no ideas. So I thought that this would be a good one to get back in the swing of things. Or I mean, not saying I'm going to be posting a lot of videos. I'm just saying that it popped into my mind, so I thought this could be a quick one to do to talk about. Um, I don't care at all about the Will Smith thing. Like the first time I saw it, I was like, I didn't even make a vow. I just said, wow, that's something I'm never going to talk about. Like I didn't even think about the movies. Like I'm not going to ask anybody at work if they saw it. I'm not going to ask any of my family members if they saw it because I'm just not interested. And I haven't said anything to anybody at work. I haven't heard anybody talk about it at work. Nobody in my family said anything to me. None of my friends have said anything to me. Nobody's talked about it, and I haven't brought it up. So, and you know what? I'm still not going to talk about it, not even in this video, because I don't care. Will Smith doesn't really interest me. Chris Rock doesn't interest me. Whatever happened there doesn't interest me. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think Will Smith was funny in his prime, and I think Chris Rock. I don't know if he's. I thought Chris Rock was funny back in the day, at least. I don't know what he's like now. Um, but what I did want to talk about just is like, people have been talking about Will Smith for a while, but there's this talk. I mean, like, there's the way the rest of the world or the rest of the country reacts to the Will Smith thing, which is, I mean, I'm assuming most people don't care, but a lot of people have been talking about it, so whatever. But that's just normies being normies. And then, but then there's the manosphere was going to jump all over it, and I don't know what the manosphere position is on it. Like, who cares? Um, but the what's interesting though is the way the manosphere, and not even just the manosphere, but some, like, people on the right who are really interested in that whole masculinity thing are attacking Will Smith, saying that he's beta. He's lost his masculinity, and this is him trying to regain it. And they've been saying this for a while. They say he's beta because he's been humiliated by his wife, openly, being with other guys, like being in a marriage that's with other guys. It's making him a cuck and a joke and stuff. And then, like I said, a lot of people are saying he's beta. And let's just start off first of all. Will Smith is not beta. Okay, beta is not determined by your actions. Beta is alpha and beta. Like I've said before, it's really more of a spectrum. But insofar as it's a spectrum and you're closer to one or the other, like Will is much closer to much further along on the alpha end of the spectrum, and it's not, again, it has nothing to do with behavior, or values or what you do and stuff like that. It's simply an attribute, the same way height is. Saying Will Smith is beta is like saying Will Smith is short, or saying Will Smith is white. It's like, no, he's tall and he's black. He's not short and white, and he's not beta either. He's simply not. He couldn't be beta even if he wanted to, any more than a beta could be alpha, even if they wanted to. Um, it's an inherent attribute. Um, Will Smith is a very confident guy. I mean, is he probably really insecure? Yeah, I mean, he's weird. The and famous people are often super insecure, especially as they start to get older. But I mean, he's at least average intelligence, maybe a little bit above. Um, he's really physically strong, good athlete, and he's super famous and wealthy. So whatever the dynamic is between him and his weirdo wife, I mean, do you really think that he's not getting like a lot on the side from like women who like the women the women Will Smith gets with, like, other than his wife, are women who are hotter than the ones that you jerk off to. I mean, that's the kind of selection that Will Smith has available to him. So I mean, the guy is, I mean, he's totally an alpha in really every sense. And then this comes up a lot, where they'll say, like, like an alpha has to behave this way in a relationship, and then you'll see it, and it's not always the case, because you got Will Smith, who's is doing a lot of beta cuck stuff in his relationship, but he stays together because it's what makes him happy. I mean, for whatever, or it's better than the alternative of getting a divorce. And another guy is like Dwayne Wade, the former basketball player. it's pretty clear that Gabrielle Union is the dominant one in that relationship. But does that make Dwayne Wade beta? It's like, can the guys who are calling Dwayne Wade beta, would they say that to his face? Because not only, honestly, I don't think Dwayne Wade would care enough about them to like beat him up, but they wouldn't say it to his face just because it would be so ridiculous. Like they could be in his presence and just like say that, you know what, this guy, his actions with his wife are weird. I don't get it. But this is an alpha guy, and it just would seem ridiculous to say it. Again, it would be like saying to Dwayne Wade, like, you're short, and it's just incorrect. It doesn't make sense. So what you get is a kind of an irony, because the manosphere loves irony, where a group of guys who spend more time than anybody else in the world, because most people don't think about this alpha beta stuff. The guys in the manosphere love to think about it. So these guys who think about it the most actually have the least understanding of it. Or guys, even the guys out of the manosphere, like I said, right-wing guys who are into the whole masculinity thing, or like, that Will's a cuck because whatever. Obviously the stuff that's been said about him like is getting to him, or maybe he's just so scared of his wife that he felt like he had to do something. I don't know. Or maybe there's bad blood between him and Chris Rock. I don't know. That's not really the point. The but like, just because somebody's got insecurities doesn't make them any less of an alpha. In fact, alphas or chads, whatever you want to call them, and then Stacy's for women, are often some of the most insecure people you will ever meet. They're like extremely insecure. It's often to the point where, like, if you spend any time around them, you'll start to feel sorry for them. That's not the reason I feel sorry for Josh Allen and Jimmy Garoppolo, by the way. Neither of them are insecure. But I'm definitely not saying that all alpha males are insecure. Absolutely not. But I'm saying it does happen. Will Smith being an example, and engaging in like sort of beta-ish behaviors. Again, that's all the time. That kind of shit happens. It doesn't, it doesn't like, and similarly, being the dominant one in the marriage wouldn't be alpha necessarily either. So yeah, people who are saying that Will Smith is or beta just show that they have no understanding of what alpha and beta is. And the Casey Zanders and the Rich Coopers and the Rolos and who else is doing it? All those guys and the guys like them, I can't imagine them, telling Will Smith to his face that he's a beta, because I think that they, I just don't think they would. Which, and I know that the whole save your face thing is kind of a cliche, because you might not say it to somebody's face just because it would be rude, but I don't think they'd do it because they'd be scared, and they'd genuinely be intimidated, and they, again, like I said, they would know how ridiculous it would be. So, short one today. That's all for now, and I'll see you in the next. I am hoping to do Casey Zander. Casey Zander. There's a video where Casey Zander is interviewing Rich Cooper. That's like, so that's going to be hard to pass up. So hopefully I can do a video about that. That's all for now, and I'll see you in the next.